And so what are what are some of the pitfalls that maybe some businesses might run into when they're looking at distribution?
Yeah, they're constantly underestimating, believe it or not, the ease of it or the importance of it. It's execution. Execution is so very important, but if it's not on shelf, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Marion Roberts juice if it's not on shelf.
Right.
So distribution trusts us, and so does retail, and our team is incredible.
Hey, live from the Loft 100 Studios in sunny San Diego, California. 110 million TV homes strong. Plus, we're on radio at the same time. That's right, across the country and internationally on American Forces Radio Network, Biz Talk Radio Network, BizTV, iHeartRadio, the American Forces Network. Big Biz shows on the air. Great to have you on. I'm Sully, that's the day trader Quattro. There you go. Thanks, guys. Oh my goodness, Phillip Oldridge is a friend. He is a regular member of this broadcast, and he is also the CEO of a company called Envirotech Vehicles Inc. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol EVTV, and of course EVTVUSA.com is their website. They are a provider of purpose-built zero-emission EVs, electric vehicles, focused on reducing the total cost of EV ownership, but they're in the commercial space, and every time he's on the air, he's knocking down another barrier, and I mentioned this before with another guest, but it really does look like a greatest hits album when you think about what he's accomplished. Once again, from lands far off, or he could be in this country, who knows? Phillip Oldridge. Phil, how are you, sir? Good to see you, man.
Hey, I'm great, my friend. I'm really, really good. How are you doing?
Good, great to see you. I know it's been a busy little while for you with respect to the travel and everything else. Give us an overview again for those viewers who have not heard you before, or some of our listeners across the world that haven't heard of you before, although I doubt anybody who listens to this program even once or twice, because we talk about you on and off the air. But talk about how you guys have evolved and what you guys are all about.
Sure. So, well, as you know, we're a purpose-built electric vehicle manufacturer. We specialize in obviously last-mile delivery vehicles in Class 3, Class 4, and now, as of recent, we've just released our Class 5 and Class 6 truck, and in about 3 weeks, we will release our Class 2 van. So we're very, very excited about that. That's a smaller van that would, when I say smaller, would be like your regular passenger type van, sure, or something that the average person would use, but that they want to have a little close quarters. So that, and we've released our zipper, which has been our single. It's a 1-point center driver's unit that it's a commercial unit, but it has a single seat, single driving position, and it serves both left and right hand drives. And so we're very excited. We just sold our first 20 of those, and we are unveiling the rest of our product line right here in the third week of July, because we also have a forklift product line now as well that we developed. So, and as well as some commercial electric sweepers that go inside warehouses. So very exciting, and really pleased to be part of the show today.
Well, and Phil, you guys serve commercial and last mile fleets, and I think that's really important because we're talking about school districts here. We're talking about public and private transportation service companies here. We're talking about colleges and universities. We're talking about sometimes countries, and if you've talked about it before. Expand on that a little bit, because your client base makes the addressable market absolutely huge.
Yeah, so internationally, we've really grown. First of all, our school bus is it's excellent. We are officially having an unveiling party on August the 10th, I believe, where we will unveil that. Our school bus is called the Bumblebee. That's an 84-passenger school bus, U.S. school bus, certified school bus. So we're very, very excited about that. We'll give you the updates as that comes. On the international side, if you remember from one of the previous shows we had sold a number of school buses or vehicles, first of all, to Singapore. And so we're proud to announce that next week we are shipping our first 2 vehicles that are EU certified now. We homologated in the EU, and they are on their way to Singapore in right-hand drive. So we'll have a big ceremony about that. I will be arriving in Singapore the last week of July for that. But prior to going there, the last week of July, I will be, as I had mentioned to you previously, and the last time you and I spoke, I was in the Philippines. We have sold a large number of vehicles to the Philippines, but more importantly, we have signed our agreement and we officially open on July 17th, next month, our second manufacturing facility, and that will be at the former Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines.
Well, because
So
and that's
very
important because with the amount of business you're doing, it comes down to where you're going to manufacture all of this. Now, when you're cutting a deal with a country like the Philippines, for example, do you also cut at the same time your leasehold improvements or where you're going to build? Is that beneficial to them because that only adds to their GDP because you're paying their people to build the product that serves the people?
Right. So that was kind of an exchange program. We just had our vehicles, and you'll probably see the press release coming out shortly here, and we'll release on Facebook and a few others. But we just had 3 of our vehicles at the Philippine Embassy in Washington, D.C. And so we had a number of cabinet and some some presidential staff in the Philippines that were at the embassy, the Filipino embassy in Washington, D.C., along with members of our Congress and some members from Arkansas, where we were at. So we did an unveiling, they did a test drive and everything else, and we did an official handshake and a document signing deal there. So that was very, very exciting. And so yeah, to answer your question, we got approved as a U.S. vendor to be able to do exchange with them and put those programs together. And so, yeah, we will open in the country, but when we open in the country, it does come with a substantive order of vehicles from them already.
That's a great business model. Once again, Phil Oldridge is our guest, CEO of Envirotech Vehicles. EVTV is our stock symbol. They're a public company that we get to interview here on the show. So you've evolved a lot this year, with the establishment of the first U.S.-based manufacturing facility in Arkansas. Maybe it was the end of last year, but long story short, is manufacturing going to turn into an OEM sort of deal for other companies, or are you sticking with just the orders that you have? Because let's face it, you keep going with the same trajectory, you're going to be busy in all your manufacturing plants heretofore. Talk about that.
Yeah, so I think that we're going to manufacture on the U.S. side for U.S. soil, and then in the Philippines, for our Asian side or for the Asias. And we will manufacture our right-hand drive market out of the Philippines as well. So we've got a substantial number of orders for Singapore themselves, which we're very excited about. So we will manufacture in both of those locations in the U.S. So we're excited to announce that the battery company that we've been working with in Taiwan will be opening with us officially, and we'll be doing our own battery management or manufacturing in the U.S. for the U.S.
Well, I love it. Phil, I can't wait for you to come to San Diego and talk about it. Next time, I also want to talk about the prisoner transport side of things. And, of course, continue talking about the fact that you guys are a pioneer in the EV industry. Once again, Phil Oldridge, CEO, Envirotech Vehicles. EVTV is their stock symbol. Envirotech. EVTVUSA.com. All right, that does it for us. More Big Biz coming up tomorrow. Roll the credits. We'll see you then.